Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all doing good. Welcome to another episode of 7 p.m. with AKM. Sorry to put some in my mouth before. Well, the intro playing in my mouth feels a bit thingy still. So today we don't really have so much as a plan. I think. There's a few snippets of news we can talk about, give our thoughts, obviously, on what happened over the weekend. And anything else really that kind of takes our fancy, in all fairness. So we'll be going through all that. I was planning on doing some sort of phone-in like segment thing where I could like share the link in the chat and you guys could like come on and share your thoughts. Might do that tonight, see how we get on. I'm thinking I might do it next week just so it gives people a bit more of an Cranky JD. Fair play, guys, nearly on time tonight.
Nearly on time, yeah.
So yeah, we'll probably do that next week so people can like think about things. And with it being the international break as well next week, it's probably going to be a bit more entertaining and stuff like that because we probably won't have much to talk about next week. So yeah, next week we will do a call-in thing where, as I say, I'll share the link and you guys can just jump on. You don't have to show your face. You can just be picture with your voice and stuff. That's fine by me. And we'll do that next week. So, Sean, how are you doing, man? I don't think I spoke to you properly for a bit.
I'm okay. I just want to give someone a big shout out because, as you know, our Toby was fighting. He was in a boxing tournament there. So to show my support, Team Toby. He lost, but do you know what? I am beyond proud of him. I think he's an amazing. I mean, we've said it before, Adam, time and time again. The guy he's got a good head on his shoulders. Absolute balls, and he went into a ring with another opponent, and to just do that alone is amazing. Mm-hmm. And to have the dedication and the discipline that he has. Not just with boxing, but with fucking everything.
Anything he does.
I think he's an absolute credit to himself and his parents and Martin. Toby knows that we all love him.
Yeah, man. Other than that, though, are you good in general? Just in general, like how's everything else?
Yeah, I went out for the first time on Friday. Had a few scoops and fecked. I think Garrett, but Garrett was just ringing me there. He was trying to do the phone in, but he was ringing my WhatsApp. So no, Garrett, it's not this one. But yeah, I'm okay. We had a bit of a bereavement in the job today, and obviously I'm not going to go into any detail. But we're thinking of her family. It's fucking horrible, but it's. Other than that, I'm fine. I'm all packed up and ready to go for the Legends thing. I'm going on Friday night, and then meeting up with the two Martins. Doug, I think Garrett, I'm going to be meeting up as well. And there's a few people from the Dublin 15 group. So we're going to be watching how Liverpool should play football. We're going to be watching legends that are putting our current team to shame, and we're watching how it's really done. And we're going to see Jurgen, so I have a big banner for Jurgen as well, which I'm thrilled. But yeah,
do we know? I've obviously with me not going this time. Like I'm proper out of the loop. Like, do we know who's actually playing and stuff like that? Is Gerrard? I'm guessing Gerrard's playing and stuff, innit?
Gerrard's playing. Yeah.
Torres?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry, what you call Garrett is messaging me. I'll send in a bit. Okay. I'm trying to check what the team is. I'm not too sure what the team is, but I know that I think Skirtle's playing. Crouchy is playing. Gerrard, of course, is playing. I'd imagine Torres will probably come on. I think there's a few others there that I can't really think of, but I think Sammy Hypia is going to be playing. So there's going to be a good few at it.
Nice. I hope you have a good time, mate. I know that there's some stuff planned and stuff like that for the channel potentially. So I look forward to seeing it, mate. With the footage and that. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Right then, guys. So didn't mean to tap then. Don't know why I did that. Just one other thing as well, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. If you can, I don't think you can hype live streams. If you can, do it. Share it, stuff like that. And then also as well, guys, members, there's something for you coming up midweek. Won't say what, but it's coming this week. So keep an eye out for that. So, Sean, I was wondering, where would you like to start this evening? What would you like to talk about first?
I'm going to be ballsy here, and I'm going to start with I did a video on my TikTok which I sent to you, and I'm going to be ballsy, and I'm going to talk about it because stuff that you put out there is open to be dissected and analyzed and talked about, and if you don't want to do that, then it's probably best you don't put something out there. And you're certainly more than welcome to come on the show and speak about what you put out there. But I've had a few run-ins, as you know, and as a lot of people know, I've had a few run-ins with certain YouTubers, certain journalists and stuff like that with regards to Liverpool. So
really?
No. What?
Really?
Say what?
No, come on. Come off it.
But solely on the basis of that, I think it's very just one opinion and one opinion only. And we're starting to see kind of changes in that with who's that guy that I like in The Athletic? You like him as well.
Oh yeah. Is it fucking hell. Andy Jones.
Andy Jones. Absolute top guy. Top guy. Andy Jones. Check him out, The Athletic. Forget about everything else. This guy says it how it is. And I was looking at this thing, the Late Challenge podcast, Mo Stewart and Garrett Roberts, aka Robbo Hunt. I don't know why he calls himself Robbo Hunt. But anyway, I've had a few run-ins with Garrett, and he's kind of taken me to task about things, and I've retracted it after listening to his side of the story. So again, he's more than welcome to come on and have a go or talk or try and explain something. But he was talking about the situation at Liverpool, and that he understands the frustration, and he understands that someone should be called out, or that feeling that someone should be called out. And he then went into detail about, well, some people are talking about bringing an interim manager in for a certain period of time, and or bringing someone in now. And he was of the belief that Liverpool have absolutely no choice whatsoever in sticking with Arne Slot till the end of the season. And he basically said that I don't think the conversation is as simple. And Garrett, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Garrett Roberts. He basically said that he doesn't think that it's as simple as slot in, slot out. So my take on it, I don't know what the chat, are more than welcome to question me on this, but the one thing I will pick a point on is who would take the position now. Well, I think anybody would take the position now, because if there's no, when Brendan Rodgers was sacked, Klopp took over on the basis that we weren't doing so well. It's not very often that a head coach comes in or a new coach comes in to the club when the club are doing well. It's not very often that Arne or that Jurgen Klopp has just left you and he's now given you a gift horse and you now run with it. It's not very often that happens. I mean, Fergie didn't exactly do that at United. You know, Wenger didn't exactly do that at Arsenal. So it's not very rare that a previous coach, leaves the club in a great position for the replacement. So in terms of what Gareth Roberts was saying, well, maybe head coach would want to stay or want to wait until the end of the season, because the attitude is, well, you got to win the FA Cup, you got to win the Champions League, you got to get fourth or fifth. My take on it is that any head coach that takes over Liverpool at the end of the season is already fighting an uphill battle. Number one, because of the World Cup. Number two, because of if we don't qualify for Europe, then there's going to be less money and less attraction to the club. Number three, less pre-season, so you don't really know what exactly is needed or what isn't needed. And I think that it's very negative, Gareth Roberts, very negative to put doubt on what is inevitable, which is the decision to part ways with Arne Slot. Some of the best decisions made are often the hardest. And I think if you give the new head coach 7 or 8 games of this season to look at what he has, look what he needs. I'm sure that he's already looking at it. I'm sure if it's Alonso or someone that's in the running, they're already looking at the project anyway. But wouldn't it be great if they had that time coming up to the end of that season, this season, and then have the summer to then reevaluate things and then hit the ground running, which is what I think they'll do, which is what I think would happen. Now, in saying that, it's people, and again, Garrett, I correct me if I'm wrong. You're more than welcome to come on, not a bother. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're one of those people that said, well, calling out Arne Slot is disgraceful and calling them out and wanting them out and blah, blah, blah. In my opinion, Arne Slot should have been sacked before the new year. We decided to take the gamble of bringing or of letting him stay at the club. And you're talking about costs of either bringing an interim manager, of bringing Alonso in, bringing in new coaches or whatever. The cost of holding on to Slot till the end of the season could be more costly for the club than parting ways now and bringing either an interim manager or a new head coach into this to try and save some sort of face, try and kind of spur the lads on and get them say, right, this whatever project Arne had with you is no longer. This is what I wanted to do. This is how I want. So if someone with a fresh mind comes in there, knowledgeable person, someone that has a love for the club, don't tell me that Xabi Alonso would not take the club if he was offered it now, because he fucking would, and you know he would, because he has that love for the club. So he's going to come in there. He's going to maybe utilize players a little bit differently than maybe Arne. He's had, Florian Wirtz, Kirkes, all of that. So he'll have a different way of doing things, and that's going to spur the players on. That's going to light a fire up under their arse, which is what is needed, because they're fucking dying right now. They're fucking dying. So I think if we wait until the end of the season, Gareth, we have, and there seems to be a reluctancy to make the right decision straight away or when it's needed. It seems to be put on the long finger. And that's what I kind of get from certain YouTubers and journalists that cover Liverpool Football Club. Football doesn't take any prisoners. There are head coaches that have been sacked. In fact, there's not a manager alive, really, with the exception of Klopp, that and maybe a few others, maybe a handful of others, that have not been sacked at some stage or other in their career. So to say, well, all credit where credit is due, he won a title. Yes, he won a title, and I'll be forever grateful for that. But it does not mean that he can produce an absolute shit show this season. And that's all it's been, an absolute shit show. So that's my take on the little snippet that I've seen of Gareth Roberts. Gareth will probably say, well, Sean, did you watch the full video? No, I didn't. I watched the snippet that you put out there, and I took on board what you said. And like I said, if you feel that I've misrepresented you or not explained this properly, or said something that you didn't say, or took you up in the wrong way, you are absolutely more than welcome to challenge that and challenge it here.
No, man, I agree. Martin, I know you went back, man. I can see you there, but I just wanted to just get my bit of piece out before I bring you on. So I've not watched this video. I've got no basis, no prior knowledge, no nothing going off it. But I don't think, just like the Alonso thing right now, like if I remember correctly, I might be completely wrong. He can't come this season because he's got a clause in his contract with Real Madrid that stops him from coming to another club this season. So he can't come this season.
Okay.
So if Alonso is the person that you're after, then you're going to have to get an interim.
Right.
What Liverpool Chat says here about sacking the manager when you've got everyone. Yeah, so you've got Slot, Edwards, and Hughes all at the end of this season will have 1 year left on the contract. So I think there needs to be. This is the big thing as well, like where who's making the decision about who's going to be the manager? Are we letting Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards decide who the next manager is going to be when we don't even know if they're going to be here in a year's time? Do you know what I mean? Like there needs to be some clarity behind the scenes with Hughes, Edwards, whatever it is, before we get a manager, I think.
Yeah, but my point on that one, Adam, is that okay, so who's going to make the decision? That's all well and good. Who's going to make the decision? But while we're all hemming and hawing over when this decision is going to be made, shit is hitting the fan. Shit is absolutely hitting the fucking fan. And if we don't act now, we're going to have a bigger fucking shit show come the end of this season. Because I can't see all of this being done within the summer and then come back stronger in the new season. I think we're in for a shit show.
Yeah.
I think we're in for an absolute shit show.
It's like Jamie says here, he says it's the sporting director's job. It is. But that's the thing, like, is Richard Hughes going to be the sporting director? Like, who's going to be the sporting director next year? You don't know, dear. We don't know. Like, none of them have got a year contract. No, none of them have got a contract after next season. So that needs sorting out as well. Martin, sorry, mate. Didn't mean to ignore you all that time. But, when Sean gets on his bike, he's gone.
Mate, I know.
Can't pull him back in, mate. Can't pull him back in.
I know. And then it's like Sean was rabbiting on. And then you say, "Man, let me just get this out." Because, damn well I'm coming in and derailing your show. Do it every time. No, I agree with what you just say. I haven't watched any videos or anything, but I think at the moment it's a complete shit show what's going on. I can't see anyone getting any contracts doing anything. I don't know. It's an embarrassment of the club at the minute.
Yeah.
It's just like someone's spitting the dummy out and no one's passing it back, and everyone wants too much Chiefs, not enough Indians. That's what's going on.
There's them rumours as well, isn't there? That apparently Slot's family want him back in Holland or something, and he might be given the Ajax job or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like,
It's hard work. Do you know, I've been reading a few things and I'm like, I understand the situation with Xabi. You know, I've been told that myself, as you know. He's in contract. But I've also been told he's going to come. But you've got to think of that. I can't say his name properly. Is it Nagelsmann?
Mm.
I think I know someone says you need to have someone who wants Liverpool right through. They know the inside and outside of the club. But I think we'd be happy with either of them. But it's just how we're going to do it. Who's going to give them the contracts if they've only got a year left?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? That's what I mean. Like, this is why it needs to be sorted out. And then the whole Nagelsmann thing as well. Like, if Nagelsmann is your manager that you're going to go get, you're going to have to wait till World Cup's over. And then,
but
is he going to want a holiday as well? Because if he's done the World Cup, is he then going to straight away come to Liverpool? Nah, he's going to want some time off. So, like,
this is what I'm saying, guys. Like, and again, Garrett Roberts may think that I'm attacking him, and again, like I said, he's more than welcome to come on here and debate with me. Not bother. I'm well.
Sean, can I just stop you a second?
Go ahead.
I've got someone just walked in. Oh no, he's not well. He's not well. He's got your top on. He said, "Give him 2 minutes and he'll come and chat."
My take on this is that you don't make decisions based on, oh well, look, you know, this is going to cost money. I mean, look, I mean, if this is the case that we're worried about the money that it costs to bring in an interim or bring in a new coach or to get rid of Slot, we can't be thinking about that. That's not how business works. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, what is Garrett actually suggesting? That we stick with Slot for the remainder of his contract, let this shit show continue on the basis?
I think we all know. Like, I think everyone knows, like, deep down, that Slot's gone this summer. Like, the only way he keeps his job is if he wins the Champions League. So, and that ain't gonna happen, is it? Because we got PSG next. Do you know what I mean? So that ain't gonna happen. But I don't know, man. It's just all a bit. It's fucked. Like, everyone, like I say, is focused on Slot and this and that and the other, and we've got other stuff to sort out as well. Like, you know, someone mentioned it earlier. Something about, where's it gone now? I've got to find it. Something about Julian Ward. Where's it gone? Can't find it now. Someone put something about Julian Ward might take over as like the sporting director, and you just go back to like the old way of doing things instead of having like the hierarchy that you've got now. Because it's like that video I did the other day where they've put on the back burner now, aren't they? They're not even looking for that other club anymore. So what is Edward's job now? Like, what's his job? What's Pedro Marquez's job? What's all that hierarchy that I showed you?
Yeah,
they've all not got a fucking job to do now.
Yeah, but like my point is Julian Ward should not be at that fucking club. Like, where were the journalists that cover Liverpool that are so hell-bent on attacking people online and saying they're not the real fans? Where was the hard-hitting questions to, well, hey, Mike Edwards, why are you back? And Julian, didn't you leave because, like, why are you back? How, do you know what I mean? After fucking us over, they're now coming back now that Klopp is gone. I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. And I wouldn't be giving any of them a fucking role. In fact, the way I look at it is it's far too much on the fucking wage bill. These fucking positions aren't worth a shite to us. They're getting rid of the multi-club thing. So Edwards, fuck off into the sunset. And if you want to bring Richard Hughes, which you do, but something has got to change. And we can't be scared of change because of the money. Because if we stick and we keep flogging the dead horse, then it's going to cost us more in the long run. Who is going to be excited by the project that we currently have? What player is going to say, oh, fucking hell, another year for Arne Slot. Fucking let me sign this. I can't fucking wait. Nobody's going to fucking say that. No player is going to look at this and say, yeah, I'd like a bit of that. Yeah. And if I'm not playing well, he'll throw me under the bus like he's done Calvin Ramsey. He'll play a midfielder instead of a defender. Do you know what I mean? I think he's lost his fucking marbles. And the performance at the weekend and the performances throughout the fucking season has been fucking crazy. And the Galatasaray thing, I saw Penny Murphy on TikTok. We are fucking back. No, the fuck we aren't back. No, the fuck we aren't back. You think one fucking game where one of the players would not come off, even though he was injured. So they were playing with 10 men for the best part of the first half. You're telling me that by beating them, we're back.
It's just the whole thing though. Like, sorry, Martin, I will bring you in. The whole thing though regarding the back house thing. It's like Edwards has said, like himself, like he's quoted as saying, like the only reason he came back was for the multi-club thing. He wasn't coming back to be a sporting director. Do you know what I mean? He was coming back because it came with additional responsibility and stuff, and that's not happening now. So you've got, I'd say, you got about 5 or 6 people that are all hired to be like these people at the head of global development, the guy who's the head of global goalkeeping. Like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that about?
Like, they're all doing nothing now. So they're all going to go. I can't see Edwards taking a step back and be like, oh, do you know what then? I'll go back and be a sporting director. Nah, that ain't happening. So,
but if someone comes around and tells me, now, I'm not trying to shit on FSG any chance I get. I call it how it is, and that's always how I've been, right? And I could be right and I could be wrong, but I'm going to speak out, and I'm not going to have anyone dictate to what I say or what I think. If you want to come out and prove me wrong or have a conversation or a debate, and I happen to agree with that, then I'll change my fucking mind. But, you know, the summer, great summer in terms of the signings we brought in. But again, replacing other players, okay? I said that it was very, very important to bring centre-backs as much as it was to bring Isak, who didn't have a pre-season, who didn't play the opening games for Newcastle. And as soon as we got him, Ekatike comes off, Isak comes on, and now look at the situation. The sort of play, the type of football, whatever. But my take on all of this is, don't turn around and tell me that this club is run well. Because we have a load of positions and a load of people in positions that is not being utilized, not being used. This multi-club thing is gone. Edwards is like checking it. He's putting his CV on jobs.com.co.uk. Fucking ask me arse. It's a shit show. Who the fuck has ever heard of a global goalkeeper coach? Seriously,
come on, man.
No, it's all right. I'm just going to jump off because these are all chatting, so I'll jump back on when they've left. All right.
All right, yeah, no bother.
All right.
Is he annoyed with me, or is he talking about people in the background?
People in the background, yeah. I don't know, man. I think, I don't know. I'm just browned off with the whole situation. To be fair, like, even if we just keep it to the football team, right? Let's keep it just football. We don't talk about Edwards or anything shit like that. Like, you know what, right? I'm just gonna. When I was a kid, and when I was like,
I know what you're gonna say here.
When I was a fucking teenager, and when I was 18, all right, before FSG, right? Before FSG, I didn't have a fucking Scooby Doo who were doing the hiring, the fucking firing, the fucking. Oh, I didn't give a fuck. And then all of a sudden, FSG have come in and been like, hey. We've got the guys in the lab coats that are going to come and make this fucking thing happen for us. And then everyone thinks that the fucking sun shines out of Michael Edwards' ass, man. Like, end of the day, he left because Jurgen Klopp started getting more power. Julian Ward took over from Michael Edwards, and you can look this shit up. He is quoted as saying, "This is my dream job, to be the sporting director of Liverpool or whatever. Dream job." Gone 6 months later. Like, so if we just keep it, so I couldn't give a fuck, like, really about that type of stuff, in all fairness. Like, you don't really need someone to potentially, like, who is, well, maybe you do a little bit. Obviously, you need some people that are kind of like, no football stuff, but that's where you rely on scouts. Like, you rely on your scouts to go do the data gathering and bring it back to you. And then you're supposed to be the guy that goes to, like, you don't need anyone who knows anything about fucking football. You need to go, like, fucking know how to make a deal. Do you know what I mean? I just want someone who can broker a deal. I think football nowadays has become very, it just feels so complicated sometimes. And it's like all these new fucking rules. I'm off on one now. It's all these new rules they're trying to bring in. Like, whatever happened to just like, right, lads, let's just, crack on, play a bit of football, don't foul each other, and we just crack on. No, now we're going to have a fucking VAR testing corners, fucking throw-ins have got to be done in 10 seconds, and you can't walk outside at pitch, you got to do this, and you got 10 seconds to come on. Like, it's fucking complicated now, and it's fucking boring. I'm sorry, guys. Football to me nowadays, when I'm sat there watching it, is boring. Like, the Premier League this year has been shite.
Fucking shit.
Shite.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Look at the Champions League. Look at we are supposed to be the pinnacle of, like, football. Aren't we, like, the only English team left in Champions League? I might be wrong. I City's still in it as well. Let me fucking have a look. But, like, the football that's played in this league this year is shit. This Arsenal team that all fucking Arsenal fans are fucking wanking over, right, is shit. Yeah? They're only winning the league this year because everybody else is fucking up. Do you know what I mean? Only way Arsenal are winning fucking games this season is give us a corner and we'll be right. But then again, I can't really say that because that's all the time we fucking score as well. It's from a fucking corner. Do you know what I mean? It's shit.
Yeah, but I mean, I like, Jesus Christ, get the fucking word out, will you, Sean?
Right, hold on a minute. Sorry, lads. No, I was wrong. So there is Arsenal, us, and that's it. Am I right?
Thank you, Dave Crompton, for the super. Thanks for the super chat.
Arsenal and us. But, I don't know, man. I can't, like...
I look at the Six Nations. I look at rugby. And again, I'm kind of going on what Martin has been on about the whole time. I look at the Six Nations. And I looked at Ireland in their last game. And that was more fucking exciting. That was more exciting than any of the fucking games I've seen this season. All of the games put together could not have that much excitement than rugby gave. And I think now, I mean, we're kind of drifting off the real topic of conversation. But
no, I know, and that's me because I was just getting
no,
in the
okay.
thing and everything. But honestly, mate, like I'm sick of arguing about men in suits. We don't support Liverpool because of who fucking Michael Edwards is. We support Liverpool for the fucking players on the pitch and the manager in the fucking dugout. You know what I mean? Exactly. I don't give a fuck who the owner is.
Exactly. Yeah.
As long as they don't put the nose in and start fucking about and coming up with stupid fucking reasons why shit can't happen. And it's just, the fact of the matter is as well, like, the best owners, right? The best owners are the owners that you don't fucking see. Because they don't need to be seen.
Kevin, I'm fully hard now.
What signings were shit that Edwards made? Navigator, Loris Karius, Stephen Colker. I don't know. I could probably go on, but I just, mate, like honestly, like it's. Do you know
we
what's
give
mad?
credit. We
Do you know
give
what's
credit
mad?
where credit is due. But
Do you know what's mad though? I can imagine there's some people out there, right? And I've fucking done it myself, so I know that people do it, right? Sat there watching a game and be like, "Is Michael Edwards in that crowd? Richard Hughes in that crowd?
where's Tom Warner?
Who are they talking about? Who are they talking about? Like, do you know what I mean? It's fucking bullshit, man.
Because I mean, I remember Frank Carlisle, God bless him. He was saying Tom Warner asking one of the girls in the club, where's the chairman box? Because he didn't know where it was. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I agree with a lot of what Frank says, and disagree with him on a couple of other things. But the point is that unfortunately, football has now got to the point where we're all accountants. We're all calculating.
That's the word. That's it, innit? We've all become Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
That and look, you can't blow smoke up my ass and say, well, look, Sean, we spent this amount of money. Well, okay, but what have we got from the sales? And then come back to me and tell me that we've spent that money, because they don't fucking consider that. But look, that's neither here nor there. You know, we've gone from this now to the likes of Gareth Roberts, who's on the overlap and he's on this and he's that, and you know, fucking the cranks on social media and the virgins on social media, and yeah, he's on social media, and people on social media are watching him and listening to him, and you know, we're now gone from talking about net spend to how much it actually costs to say goodbye to Slot now. And I just don't get it, Gareth. I'm sorry, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I do agree with what Jamie says there, that Michael Edwards and Klopp were a great partnership at the time and built up Liverpool together. So the fans believe in it. I understand that. I get that. But you got to think as well, back then as well, it wasn't just him that was doing it. There was Ian Graham. See, why the fuck do I know that name?
Who cares?
Why do I know that name?
You know, who cares?
There was Ian Graham, there was like Julian Ward, there was like a few of them, weren't there, and stuff like that. And
yeah.
I mean,
but I mean,
it's like Dunk says as well. Even Dunk says as well. Like I've watched one of his videos the other day, and even he was saying like something like, "I don't understand why everyone thinks the sun shines out of Michael Edwards' ass. It was like a collective. It wasn't just him." Like, do you know what I mean? It's like everyone he gets the credit, like, you know, because he's the head honcho or whatever like that. But as I say, like I don't see him becoming the sporting director, because that'd be like a demotion for him, wouldn't it? Like, you go from being the CEO of football
that's doing fucking nothing.
Yeah, and then you become a sporting director again. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. Like, I think Liverpool will get somebody new. And I think as well, some people that are suggesting that Klopp could become the sporting director, I don't think that's what he does at Red Bull now, is it? He does something different with that, doesn't he? Like, so it's another role that he's not done. I don't know, man. I really fucking don't know.
I was watching Klopp Bites of Anfield, Garrett, and Garrett has a series called Tell My LFC Story. I managed to go through Jamie's one and then managed to watch Adam's one. But that was a conversation that you had, or a question that Garrett asked you. Do you see Klopp being sporting director? I mean, if anything, I could see him do that rather than come back and manage the club.
I suppose like if you had to say to me, like, gun to my head, you know, like who comes in? I mean, if he comes in as a manager, or does he come in as a, you know, what is it? Fuck me, can't fucking speak. Sporting director. Then yeah, it'd be a sporting director. There's no chance in hell that Klopp comes back as a manager. It ain't gonna happen. Trying to find this organisational chart just so we could actually. I know I said I didn't really want to fucking talk about it, but
Kevin and Spectre are having a great old laugh here.
mate, honestly, like I feel like I've had all this pent up shit with what's happened in family, and I feel like I've just been quiet for a bit, and it just drives me balmy. Do you know what I mean? It just honestly, yeah, good shout, Jamie Ralph Rangnick. He's done it a few times. He's done it not at Bayern, Red Bull. Yeah, I could see him doing that.
Jamie Phillips.
Yeah, it's Jamie Phillips.
Oh, come on, Jamie.
Edward is rumored to be getting 10 to 12 million a year. Fuck me. Why would Klopp leave his job in Red Bull to be Liverpool sporting director? I can't see it either, mate.
I can't see it either, Bond.
Pedro Marquez was FSG director of football development as a potential spot. Yeah, again, like I can see that potentially, but again, it's one of those where it's like it's a bit of a demotion, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, just to give you another analogy, shall we say? I'm going to go into my other YouTube channel now. So, a year and a half ago, PlayStation had 2 CEOs, right? There was, what's he called now? Some Dutch guy whose name I can't remember. Quite ironic, really, isn't it, when I'm talking about Liverpool? A Dutch guy and a Japanese guy, right? Same. All this shit goes down, right? And then the Dutch guy gets demoted and has to report into the Japanese guy. So, like, he got demoted because shit were going wrong. Where I don't know, mate. I don't know. I feel like I'm just chatting shit now.
No, you're not. I think there's a bigger shit show going on than has actually been reported. And this is the problem I have with journalists that cover Liverpool, and in fact the main YouTubers out there. Why aren't they asking the questions? Why aren't they covering this? If they happen to be in at a press conference and they're asking the questions, why don't they fucking ask these questions instead of attacking YouTubers that actually will say, "Oh, well, what about this? Why did we let Edwards and Ward back in? Why? If I left my job, right, high and fucking dry, do you think that I could come back to that job 10 months or 12 months later?
Herman Holst is the Dutch guy and Nishino is the Japanese guy. I just had to find that out because I saw Scott's comment.
But my point is that we shouldn't be worried about making the right decision based on how much of an inconvenience it will be an interim manager and pay this and pay that and pay whatever. The bigger gamble here is sticking with Slot because I don't see any progress here. I don't see one minute bit of fucking I don't see anything to say to me that this is a project in the making. This is progress. There is no progress this season.
And that's exactly... Sorry, mate. Go on.
No, well, I'm just saying, when you go throughout a whole season, losing, ugly, winning the odd time, ugly, drawing, ugly, and no sense of, like, we've all the easy things have become harder for us. We can't string a pass together. We have no awareness whatsoever. And then we're being told that we train fucking less. Yeah. What the fuck, man?
Yeah,
and then there's rumours that Slot is in fucking Manchester Airport after that game.
Yeah. I mean, like, apparently, like,
fuck me.
When under Klopp, the players could go up to a few times, not all the time, but they could go up to like 18 days in a row without a day off or something.
And then he's pissed off about the space between each game. Well, no fucking wonder, Arne, because if you're telling them, yeah, have a day off here, have a day off there, what does that fucking... Because it's not working. What you did last season's working. What you're doing this season, and this is where all these injuries are coming up, because if they're not fucking working out...
I do want to say one thing, though, about that thing about Arne in the airport, because I was going to do a video on it, but I thought, you know what, can't be asked. Fuck me. This
I'm
one,
about to have a heart attack.
So, what was I going to say? I don't think his family live over here. So I think he was probably going to go spend time with his family. I think.
Wonderful.
I think that's fine though. I think that's fine. Like he's got nothing to do because at the end of the day, most of his players are going to go to this international break, right? So he don't need to be around for the first few days, I suppose. So I know the optics look bad that you've just got beat and you're on a plane straight away going somewhere else. I get that. I do get that. But if it's to go see his family,
yeah, okay, that's fine. But if there was going to be a problem with his family and if they weren't going to come over on a long term to Liverpool. Now, the Slot family, you don't need to buy a house now in Liverpool because you won't be staying that long. Just letting you know. But, and that's no disrespect because I actually like Arne. I do like him as a person. But as a coach this season, no. Absolutely not. It's almost like as if he has a death threat. Or not a death threat.
What do you think? All right, let me ask you a question.
Go on.
Do you think Slot gets fired or he steps down?
Well, you see, by the way, can I just reiterate? I didn't mean debt threat. I mean, I think he is a debt wish. That's what I was meant to say there. I think no matter what way it's going to be worded, because I saw a comment there, Edwards is not going to want to have his nose out of joint, and neither is Richard Hughes. I think it'll come to a stage where they'll come up with a presser and say that he has decided to leave. That's what I think will be said.
Yeah,
but I think he'll be sacked.
I could see that, and then even if he gets fired, I could see it being nicey. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. After careful consideration and talk with family, I have decided to leave.
Yeah, I mean, as Gareth says there, he won't step down. He'll want the money. I think. I don't know, because what could it be? Could it be like
family?
I don't know. Like, let me just think. So, like, say if I'm whoever it is that's going to sack him, right? So you go in, you sit down with him, you go like, look, mate, look. It's not going well. You know it. I know it. So we can do it one or two ways. You can either step down, keep your dignity, this, that, and the other. We'll pay you half your pay package, as a thank you for winning the league last year, blah, 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 blah. Or we can just fire you and you can get the full pay package. Like, I think he'd step down.
I could see him doing a copy and paste thing, from Julian Ward or Edwards, family commitments, all this sort of shite. But I look.
No, I understand that sentiment, Sharon. I do. But the thing is, like as I say, like he's got hardly any players there to be working with because they'll all be with their countries. Do you know what I mean? So you'll have the youngsters and stuff, and like the injured players. So I don't think there's anything really he could be doing. Stunk says he'll step down in between the lines. Oh, I didn't know that.
What did he say?
Alternatives just put a comment in there says Dunk says he'll step down in between the lines. Okay.
What do you mean step down between the lines? What does he mean by that?
Maybe something. All right. Okay. That's interesting. If Dunk said that as well. That's interesting.
What does he mean standing down between the lines? What does he mean?
I'm guessing he's can't put the whole characters in and stuff like that, but reading that message, I take it as in Dunk said something, and you've had to like look between the lines.
Read between the
lines. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, alternative. Sorry. Meaning that he hinted in the article. Okay.
All right. I've not read it or seen it or anything, so that's interesting that he's also mentioned that as well.
Should we go down through the comments before we go any further? Because there's a shite load of comments here.
Yeah, I'll work my way up. Got Jay Garrow with us. Evening, pal. Hope you're doing well. Born says, why can't Slot's family not visit him in Liverpool? I understand that, but end of the day, I get what everyone's saying. I really do. I get what you're all saying about he should be in Liverpool, this, that, and the other. But I don't think when most of your squad, the majority of your first team players are away, that you can't work remotely. And I'm only saying that because I do work remotely as well. So that's the only reason why I'm saying that, to be fair. Spectre says the next man for the job needs to have that connection with the club. City, then following Slot, stay here low. Yeah, I get that. Jay Garrett, hey, evening. How can he expect to be hired from any other club by self-employed? Don't know, man, to be fair. Slot will leave Liverpool at the end of the season by mutual after. Now, if we get worse, probably catching a P45 out of the club, says William White. Yeah. I think if you look at this is technically, for me, right? I'll just say this. This is the last international break, I think, of the season before the season ends. I might be wrong there, but I think it is. Now's the time to do it if you're going to do it this season.
It was fucking time in December.
Mate, it was time when we were on that 10-game run, whatever it was.
It was, yeah.
So now's the time to do it. If it don't happen now, it's not happening. Where are we up to? I'm just trying to catch up with some actual questions and stuff, guys. I'm not ignoring everybody. Jamie Phillips, if the club believes in Slot, why hasn't he got a new deal yet? Exactly, man. Exactly. Death Wish is a film, says Spectre. Spectre again says at least Rafa Klopp families are all decided to live with their loved ones in the city and have that connection with the fans that Slot's down for. I was listening to some.
That's a good point.
I was listening to something the other day, you know. Oh my God, what was it? I can't remember for the life of me. I want to say Redmen, but I don't think it was. I might be wrong. It might have been. Where they were saying, apparently, they were talking to Gino Wijnaldum, and they asked him, like, did he feel a connection with Liverpool more or Newcastle? And he said Newcastle because he lived in the city, whereas most of the Liverpool players live out of the city. So they don't actually socialise very often with like the locals and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you remember rightly, when we had Firmino and that, they were all fucking next door neighbours. So he said he felt more of a connection living in the city of Newcastle than he did at Liverpool. So I do wonder if that is a thing as well, to be fair, with that. Trying to just go through some more. Scott, to be honest, we need to know what the schedule was last season with training and compare it to that. Not necessarily to Klopp's. Also, Klopp's style of training caused much more muscle injuries. Agreed with that. Liverpool Jabi. Guys, I think the main issue is that Edwards wouldn't want to fire Slot because then it would be damning on them that they failed their job. I think it'd be more on Richard Hughes, but same point stands. Shows how committed to the club he is. Is his family not with him? Robbo and a few others live outside of Manchester. Yep, they do. We know that through mine. There's a fair few players that all live next to each other. Yeah, cool. I think I'm gonna catch. I think I've caught with what made. I can't scroll away through them. There's way too many. Thank everyone for the comments and everything. There's 68 people watching as well, guys. So please be hitting that like button for us as well,
and share
it as well, of course. Yeah. Just to go into some other topics, mate. So we've been going for nearly an hour now talking about
that. Really, Jesus.
I've got a few things that I bookmarked just for us to talk about. Let me find it. What are your thoughts on PSG have requested the postponement of their league match in order to rest players between the Champions League ties against Liverpool? Well, before we go any further, we know that The Premier League ain't going to do that for
The
Liverpool.
fucking Premier League hate Liverpool, so they ain't going to fucking do us a favour, for fuck's sake.
So what do you think of that?
I think you'll probably see PSG getting that.
Mm-hmm. I do as well.
You know.
Next one. Apparently, Jadon Danns has suffered a minor hamstring problem and will miss the next 3 to 4 weeks as a precaution. Do you know what? I don't think that kid's going to make it at Liverpool. I think there's a couple of players that we've had, youngsters, that are still with Liverpool right now, that I think are just going to move on and I'm talking about Stefan Bajcetic. Like, it's been 18 months since we've last seen him in seniors team. And I'm also thinking Jadon Danns. I think his injuries are not doing him any favours. I think he's been injured a fair bit lately. And with him being young and stuff like that. Scott, you can tell me if I'm wrong. But I think I think that he's done. Mate, I'm just going to ask you a question. I'm just going to go because my phone is absolutely blasting off a minute. But
yeah,
the next one is Gattuso and Chiesa. Obviously, Chiesa's left the international camp due to a physical issue. And Gattuso is quoted as saying that all players are different. He didn't feel up to it. He went back home, and I have to accept that. If a player tells me he's not feeling well and is convinced of it, it's useless to keep them here. As you talk about that, I'm going to jump off and find out what's going on. I won't be long.
No bother. I don't know what to make of that, to be honest with you. I've nothing really to add to that. Kevin says, Shano, how's Milo doing, mate? He's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, thank you very much for asking. I just saw a comment there that a question that Jay Garrett asked. Question, do Hughes and Edwards get paid out if they get sacked? Yes, they do, or they will do. There's no, I can't see that not being the case. Slot is anti-Liverpool, says Gerson Gores. He came here to sabotage the club. I'm not too sure I agree with that, but I can understand that you'd feel that way, especially this season. Steve, hey Steve, they win. They are favourites for the league. I don't know. Hello.
I don't know. You know when someone rings you constantly, and then you ring them back, and they don't answer the phone. That's just what should happen to me.
So I would just block that number.
It's my mum, so I can't.
Sorry. I listen. What was your question again?
About Chiesa being injured again, basically.
I mean, look, I have my view on Chiesa, and and it's not anything to do with what we talked about. I think there's something not quite right with him, and I think Slot hinted that there was a lot of stuff that he agreed with Carragher that he couldn't say, and I think that speaks volumes. You know, so I personally think that there's something going on with Chiesa.
Yeah.
There's something going on with Chiesa. I love the guy. I like this season. He's been man of the match every game for me, even when he's not playing. You know. I'm messaging you privately. This is what I think.
Yeah. Fuck off. Right, hold on a minute, mate. Let me just sort this phone out.
Welcome to SKB. That wasn't an injury though, and the manager said he was ill. Well, okay. Yeah. The Italian is tired and misses the the bench full of cushions. Scott says, I just think Chiesa isn't match fit due to the ridiculous lack of minutes he gets. Yeah, but I mean, we've got to ask, why is he getting... I mean, this is not a Calvin Ramsey job here. Do you know what I mean? Like, there must be a reason. Like, why would you have Ekitike injured, right? And you put on Curtis Jones instead of Chiesa? I don't get that. I don't get that. Let me see. Scott's or Spectre. Spectre, you need to go on Cop Bites of Anfield, my Liverpool story. Chiesa at this point is an Italian spy reporting back to base how bad we're under Slot. Chiesa, did they not say it was something to do with his sleeping? Yeah, well, that was the thing last year. But I have, and I can't say my theory on it, because it's a theory, not a conspiracy theory, but it's a theory, and it's not something that I can prove, and it's certainly something that I wouldn't put out there on internet land. And that's all I'm going to say on that one. But there's something fishy and not right with the relationship with Arne Slot and Federico Chiesa, and it makes no sense. It kind of reminds me of Giovanni Trapattoni and the players at Republic of Ireland back when he was managing it. He was very argumentative. He'd fall out with players, you know. Don't know any more naughty videos. There's always naughty videos, always. He does seem ill a lot, says Steve. Absolutely. Jaden Dans, so Spectre said Jaden Dans playing under 16 suffered. What the fuck is that? Oh, his knees, is it? Ben, geez, I haven't spoke to you in a while, Ben. Chiesa is like Jey Uso. Great song. Don't get me wrong. But the ability wise, he is bang average. He wouldn't get in the majority of the Premier. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. A bit of a wrestling term there. I love it. Jay Garris says, I think this was a follow-up on why Slot isn't getting the sack, or in terms of if Hughes and Edwards go, are they going to have their remainder of their contract paid? Jay Garrett responds back to that. He says, well, that will be the reason to keep Slot there. There's your answer. Again, this goes back to what I said, regarding what Garrett Roberts said in the little snippet that he put out there with the Late Challenge podcast. I think you can't be looking at how much it would cost to make the change that could be the right change for the club, rather than gamble with and flogging a dead horse that it is, and not look at the amount of money potentially that we could lose out on. I think if people in business were to look at things like that, they'd never make a fucking change. And for someone that's covering Liverpool, for someone to come out and say something like that, it just feels a bit like scaremongering. Well, if you want FSG out, well, who would you bring in? Well, I don't have a fucking diary of fucking billionaires. Do you know what I mean? So there just seems to be a lot of scaremongering. If we get rid of Slot, how much is it going to cost us? How much is it going to cost us to bring an interim manager? Well, then we'd have to get rid of Edwards and Hughes, and how much does that cost us? How much would it?
If we got rid of Slot, sorry, mate. If we get rid of Slot now, it's cheaper every passing week to get rid of Slot.
There you go. So, I mean, are we keeping to staying with Slot because it's getting cheaper and cheaper to get rid of him? And if that is the case, that's fucking crazy.
Well, I don't know that. I'm just saying. You can write that off, though. Like, again, I'm not a financial expert here, but I'm going to fathom a guess that if you sack a manager, yeah, and obviously you have their payment that you have to give them to pay them off, I think you can write that down as like a thing, like a, I don't know.
But here's the fucking funny thing about this, Adam. We shouldn't fucking care about this. We shouldn't be, can a £1 billion club afford to make this decision? What is a football club if you don't grab the bull by the horns and make a decision that is right for the football club? We're going to have to fucking take the loss regardless, because it's the loss there. The loss in holding onto Slot and going down the road we're going down is far more expensive, because we could lose out on in Champions League. We could lose out on 100 million with that. We could lose out on players that don't want to stick around a fucking wait until we qualify for Champions League again, or that aren't arsed about waiting around for when we are going to pull the trigger and wait until we make the right fucking decision.
Well, I think at the end of the day,
fuck me, like, seriously.
I think if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it during this international break. And obviously, as every day goes by, that seems less and less likely. I don't even know what to...
I mean, is someone going to justify to me making the decision at the end of the season, God forbid if we don't qualify for any European tournament next season, is someone going to come on here and justify to me that the decision to get rid of Slot then is the right thing to do? Why not give the new coach, regardless of who it is, or even the interim manager, to steady the ship a bit and to try something different, to try and finish off this season as best as we can? Because I'll tell you, the chances of us getting like top 5 even, never mind top 4, but the chances of us getting top 5 is dwindling each and every week we stay with this guy. What are you doing with your lighting?
I'm just fucking about it, sorry.
Okay. So that's my point. We are, like, any opportunity we get to go up.
How bright was I then?
It very bright. How second, we're just looking to see if the duvet's been changed. How, like, at the end of the day, guys, how long are we going to give this guy? How many chances is he going to be given? We've got to fucking stop this shit, man. We've got to. Nobody wants to see Slot fail. But if he's failing and failing miserably, and there's more proof to show that this is not working, what more do you fucking need? Why are we, as a fan base or as a media, outlet, or whether it's journalists, YouTubers, podcasters, why are we so determined to hold on to something because it's the Liverpool way, because we don't sack managers? Why are we continuing to say, well, right, this is not what we do. This is not what we do. If you see a project and it ain't fucking working and there's been no change, none whatsoever, and he's training the team less, they're going, what the fuck, man? Listen to his goddamn press conferences. Listen to them. He's the low block. The fucking low block. He's still going on about the low block. If you're going to be passing this backward, and bollocking about the place, you're going to get the fucking opposition to have the low block to bloody park the goddamn bus, and then they'll get you on the counter. And that's what they've been doing every fucking day of the fucking week. That's what they've been doing every week. And then someone expects me to do a goddamn watch along. I'd need goddamn caffeine bloody fed to me in a drip. It's fucking crazy, man. It's crazy. I genuinely, I don't think that I've been able in the last couple of matches. I don't think I've actually been able to sit through one without falling asleep. And we're talking about consumers. We're talking about as the owners talk about. We're talking about the fans. The fans spend their goddamn money, whether it's on TV packages, or it's hospitality tickets, or it's tickets, in this stupid ticket structure scheme that they have going. They are spending their money to either go and travel home or away. There are people abroad that are coming over and spending an absolute fucking fortune on it. And this is the shit that is put to us. And then there are Liverpool journalists and YouTubers and podcasters saying, I think fucking making a decision now is a bit, it's not the right time. When is the fucking right time? Because now we've got Edwards, we've got Hughes. Hughes is like, what in the fuck have FSG done here? What am I employed to do? I'm sorry, lads.
So was I supposed to speak then? I thought you were still going, man.
It's fucking crazy. I can't.
I actually didn't know if anybody could hear it, but when you were talking, Sean, I was playing like sound effects in the background.
No,
I was playing like watch. Wait, oh. Can you not hear that?
No, I can't hear it.
The guys. People had to turn the volume down. Oh God! Well,
someone said, "Why can I hear Police Academy?"
Yeah, because it's police sirens.
Brilliant. But all right, Raji, is it? Welcome to the channel. Give Slot another 500 million ASAP. Yeah, absolutely.
There was a couple of comments I wanted to go over before we called it a night. William White says the relationship between Slot and Chiesa reminds him of Rodgers and Firmino. Rodgers didn't want Bobby, but they did. Rodgers just basically fucked him over until Klopp came in. To be fair, like William, I would have probably agreed with you massively, like towards the last few weeks, but I do think there's something wrong with Chiesa at the same time. I know like I think there is something wrong with him.
There is.
But
there definitely is.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Look at him on the bench, man. Look at him on the bench. Do you know what I mean? As for Brendan Rodgers, he's the biggest David Brent I've ever come across. And I mean, he's actually an absolute bellend. Like what he did in Saudi Arabia with the traditional thing and the gun. What the fuck are you thinking? What the fuck are you thinking? Seriously. I mean, Frank Carlisle was very critical of him, and I can see why. The guy's a fucking idiot.
Ben says, to me, if they was going to sack him, it would have been today. They'll keep him to the end of the season, then pull the trigger. Spectre says, off topic, how small is the AKM bedroom? Jesus, that bed is massive and that room is small. Well, if you must know, this is the spare bedroom, right? And that's a double bed. There's a 55-inch TV there. And it's like my little man cave thing that I've got going on. There's make me stuff like that. And then, got some more shit there. That's my Xbox, my PS3. My PS5 is over there. That's the hamster. That's my bookcase. There's some artwork on the wall. Yeah. So it's quite big. And this desk I'm sat at is like the full length of the wall. Like it's like a kitchen table thing. Kitchen desk. It's quite big.
I'm just reading Raji's comment here. My is 8 inches, which makes me 3 inches above the UK average. So I'm very happy with the Oh, brilliant.
You're in a bed set, Adam, being kicked out. Oh, God.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Nah. No.
Oh,
To be fair, I will probably end up getting a bollocking with all the shouting I've been doing.
who gives a fuck? Oh, what? Because of the people in the house with you?
Yeah.
Man, they've been giving me a bollocking all this fucking time. So me fucking ranting and raving and cursing like a sailor, I ain't gonna make a difference. Hi Tinga, how much has he responsibility for last season's success? And now with his absence, we have regressed. I think I said this to you, Adam. I think the changes in the backroom staff from last season can't have helped, but I'm not using that as an excuse. I think you go on, you work on what you have. You've got some fucking top players there, and you're not using them correctly. Kevin says, I enjoyed this rant along tonight. Oh, lads, that was a belter of 7 p.m. stream. Thank you, Kevin. Keep going, keep joining.
William says, can you say what you think is wrong with Chiesa in a roundabout way? I'll tell you what I think is wrong with him from my point of view.
Okay.
I think his injury that he had is still affecting him that he had when he was at Juve. I think he has an issue that did not show on the medical, and he didn't mention it because he didn't think he had to. That's as far as I'm going to
go. Should I go further?
No, because yours is different to mine.
Well, can I say in a round? Hey, Jen, can I say? Oh, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Adam has agreed. I think Chiesa is a little too fond of the nightlife. And that's all I'm going to say. Sean typing ASMR. Oh, lads, some of the comments on here are hilarious.
But yeah, that's about it. No, it's not a multiple house occupancy thing, Cranky. No.
Babe station that.
I don't even know where she is, to be fair. She might be what is she watching? She's watching something new. She started watching what did she start watching the other day?
Who?
Becky. I don't even know. Like this, we've been watching murder mystery things for a while, so probably that.
I always worry about ladies that would watch those kind of things. How to kill your husband? That always frightens me.
Yeah.
Hi, Becky.
But yeah, right, man. I'm worn out, me.
I could go on for another hour.
I know you, man. I know you can.
I could go on for another hour. I think there's just so much shite going on. What is on with Rogie? Sean, I think you both need a medical after tonight's stream. I'm tired of doing medicals. Fucking leave me alone with medicals. I don't want to see another doctor or hospital for another 2-3 years.
For some reason, Roger's comments aren't turning up on YouTube. I can see him on the stream, but I can't see him on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
All right, then. Last question, then, Shauna, from Guy Richards.
Go on.
Who replaces Salah, Maka, and Cody?
Don't even.
Salah. I'm gonna go top of the range because I've done that video where I did like mid-range stuff. I'm gonna go all out. I think Elise replaces Salah. I think, dependent on the manager, if we get Hunas, I could see it being Stiller, but if it's not him, I reckon we might get Adam Wharton just because we need that homegrown quarter thing, or Elliot Anderson. And then, did you say Cody Gakpo? I don't think Liverpool, if Liverpool sign Elise, they're not going to go out and sign someone massive to play on the other side as well. So I actually think Cody Gakpo could be used in the Elise deal, to be fair. I think probably, if I had to, Jan Demande, he's the one that's thing here, in back of my mind. So we'll see. Kefren Turam as well is not a bad one as well, Cranky. I like Kefren Turam. That's a good shout. Go on, man. What are you going to say?
Hold on. I'm just messaging you privately here. So someone asked me about the legend thing. Adam isn't going. Myself and Martin Mason are going. I think we'll be meeting up with Muscusi, definitely. Garrett Roberts. I hope Garrett Roberts is not there. Garrett Turner from Copites of Anfield will be there, so I'm hoping to meet up with him along with Doug from the Dugout football channel. There'll be a few people from the Dublin 15 supporters group, who I know very well, a lot of them. So I'll be trying to. Is that no or none?
None. No.
Okay.
Just leave it.
Yeah. Jen, I didn't know you weren't well, so I hope you're okay. The Legends game is on Saturday at 3 p.m. Actually, Garrett had sent me a thing with regards to the players. So if you want me to just go through that very quickly while Adam is doing his time.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it taking so long?
That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, I like to take my time. Yeah. Be sure, guys, to check out Sean Leonard Art, who's our sponsor. We have anyone that is part of the VIP membership. They can, or anyone that wants to join us, only $1.99 to $2.99 per month, where you're in with a chance every month of winning a lovely illustration from Sean Leonard Art. Please be sure to check him out. His Etsy account is back up and running. Also, if you want an alternative, sddesigns2020.com. That is my art page, or my shop. I have a Printify shop, and then my Etsy account is SD Designs Ireland, because some fucker took SD Designs 2020 off me. I don't know who the fuck that was. But yeah, I can't seem to get that up. But I never want to hear a lady been told that by me. So I can't get the thing up. Hold on, I'll send it to Adam. So maybe he.
Oh my God!
You what?
The LFC analysis. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on.
All right, the LFC analysts. How are you? I bet the Legends game would be more entertaining than any match our first team has played this season. Absolutely. The Legend games are really, really good. And also, you know, all of the ticket sales go to LFC Foundation. So that's worthy of it. Raji says, thanks for the laughs, lads. Thank you, Raji, for your fantastic comments. They were extremely entertaining. I love them. Spectre says, Sean, you can't get thing up. That sounds wrong. I know. Happens.
Hope you get well, Jen, soon. Sorry, I'm just catching up on
Jen,
the messages.
yeah,
I didn't know there was anything. Didn't know there was anything going on. So I hope everything's well there.
Reach out to us if you want. I hope everything is all right.
Scott's going to Legends game as well.
Oh well, there you go. So we're gonna be seeing Scott as well, hopefully. All right, Sharon. A1 Sharon.
See you there, Sharon.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah. So I've got it. I almost said so, yeah. So Ryan Babel, Cinnamon Pongol, Albert Riera, Jermaine Pennant, Stephen Gerrard, Tiago, Sammy Hippier, Jezzy Dudek, Pepe Reynes, Sander Westerveld. Is that it? Oh, Martin Skirtle, Mark Gonzalez, Ragnar Klavan, Igor Biscan, Jay Spearing. Do you know what? The last ones I've seen, Jay Spearing is he's like the youngest player on the pitch, and he's just like,
yeah. He's fucking playing better now than he ever did. What was that other player at the Legends game we went to, and he
Elzar.
He was fucking amazing.
That was first goal. Michael, that was the first goal he ever scored at Anfield.
Yeah, it was like, what the fuck? How many? I don't know.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just Igor, excellent. Yeah, I mean, there's look, the atmosphere there. I mean, sometimes it trumps the atmosphere at Anfield now at the moment, especially with that team. But look, you know, it's very weird to look at last summer and, you know, look at the signings we brought in and think, wow. But now we're in a situation where we feel we're in a bigger shit show than we have been in a long time, you know? So I don't know, man. Between Edwards, Hughes, Slot, and people are talking about, well, you know, financially it's better to hold on to the manager till the end of the season, and who's going to take over the club now?
Nobody knows, lad.
Yeah, but like, without reiterating the conversation we've just, Raji, there's a cream for that. So, without going into, I'm completely. So, what was I saying? Without going into the conversation again, it's an opportunity for someone to come in, look at the mess that that the club is in, and then know what changes to make, rather than, you know, try to hit the ground running, try to know what exactly is needed without actually realizing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the situation. You know, I don't see the logic behind just sitting back and watching this happen, watching this continue, watching us go down this downward spiral, because we've only got 7 games left. And before I go any further, because we got absolutely fucking slated for this, and you know what I'm going to talk about. So we did, after the West Ham game, before the West Ham game, we did our last 11 game prediction of of how many points we thought that they were going to bring in. So Martin reckoned that we were going to get a win at West Ham, a draw with Wolves, a draw with Spurs, and a lot we were going to lose to Brighton. Now, he basically got one result wrong. So Martin knows more. Then myself, I reckon we would win against West Ham, draw with Wolves, win with Spurs, and lose to Brighton. Adam, what did you go for? You went for a draw with West Ham, a draw with Wolves, a win against Tottenham, and a loss against Brighton. So we were given out to for the lack, or for predicting that we would hardly get any points. We wouldn't. I think you said 14, or I said 14. You said 15. Myself and Martin said that we would get 14 points out of 33. I think 33. So I think that's where the situation's at, and I think we predicted that we do better in those 4 games than we've actually done. So what exactly are you watching this season, or are you seeing this season that would have you criticize us for predicting that this is what we think is going to happen? We don't want it to fucking happen, but we're basing it on not our hearts, but with our head and logically what we can see. And that's just an example of how bad things are.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I do agree with what you said. It does get a little bit boring and tedious talking about the same things over and over again, but it's all we can do until something happens. Do you know what I mean? So we're kind of stuck at the moment. So one last question then. Since he's asked us a question this time, West Ham or Spurs get relegated? I'm going to say Spurs.
And thanks, Roger, for coming on. He's a United fan, but we won't hold that against him. More than welcome to join. West Ham or Spurs? I think Spurs, man. I think Spurs
are gone, me.
Yeah, I think Spurs. They're like, Jesus Christ, them celebrating a fucking draw against us. Holy shit.
And I think as well, I wouldn't be surprised if we took a few of their players, to be fair.
Roger is saying he wants Spurs to go down. My cousin's kid is a Spurs fan, so I don't like Richarlison, so I hope fucking Spurs go down, because I hate Richarlison. Fucking team, you Brazilian mother. Sorry.
But yeah, right, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. We hope you had a good time. I don't put a title on these anymore because I just kind of see where the show takes us. So thanks for jumping on. Again, if you want to be a member, it's $1.99, $2.99 a month, and you get a chance entered into our giveaway that happens every month. Which should be happening next week. So you've got another week to be within a chance of winning it next month. We also have a few videos on there that are just going to be for members, and there will be a new video for members midweek this week.
Don't give too much away.
You what, say?
Don't take don't give it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. And make sure you hit the like button, guys. Leave comments and stuff on all the videos and hype it where you can. So that's it from me. That's it from Sean, guys. Hope you all have a good evening, and we will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.